Okay, maybe I might sit back a little bit. It might be better.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the Chris and Tim's podcast, episode 5. How you doing today, Chris?
I'm doing straight. How you doing?
Not too bad. We're going to have a nice show for you guys tonight. Having fun. Let me pull up the chat for when you guys start getting in here. We're here. Awesome. Alrighty, so we'll hop right in to what's going on. And congratulations to Chris, who just hit 400 subs, 100 subs in a week. Like, what is up 33% in just 1 week. Insane progress. Well done. 300 this month, I think you said. Something like that, or just under 300 this month. Unbelievable. I'm sure you'll hit that 300 by the end of the month. I think you started at like 108 on the month or something crazy like that. So, awesome job there. Go subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because he puts out some good stuff. All right, some people are hopping in. What's up, guys? Alrighty, so now on to the first topic. Right now, we're hopping into the NBA. The Nets have been coming alive right now. They have won 7 straight after like the middling start, and 5 of the last 5 have come without Kevin Durant. Like, this is crazy. Like, can they be stopped this season, or do you think they're winning the finals?
They can be stopped, but the only team that can stop them is the Clippers. That's it. That's the only team that can stop them. Lakers have no shot because they have no defenders. LeBron is older. Anthony Davis can't do nothing with Kevin Durant. Can't do nothing with James Harden. Who in the world are they going to use? I mean, the Nets. I believe they have 5 players shooting over 40% from the 3-point line. You can't stop that.
Yeah, Joe Harris is leading the league in field 3-point percentage. It's crazy.
Like, that's ridiculous. Like, there's no stopping that. There's just no stopping that at all whatsoever.
So you think the Clippers have to get to the finals to stop them?
Yeah, they can stop them because they have 2 guys that can defend. And not to mention, they got Marcus Morris. So that's 3 guys that can defend. Then you got Patrick Beverly. That's another guy that defends.
Yeah, he's going to have to lock up Kyrie Irving. Then you have Paul George on James Harden and Kawhi on KD probably.
Exactly. And you still got Marcus Morris that you can use to rotate to guard Kevin Durant. Not only that, you got Nicholas Batum that can guard. So you got a lot of bodies that you can throw at Kevin Durant and them. The Lakers ain't got crap. Who you got? LeBron, he's not going to play much defense. He's not. Anthony Davis, he can't check.
Montrezl Harrell? Montrezl Harrell?
No shot. He's too small. No shot.
He's also probably too slow to guard like James Harden.
He ain't got enough, what's it called, lateral quickness. He ain't got enough quickness.
Right. No, I like that idea. Is actually the Clippers being the one to stop. I just don't know if the Clippers are going to be able to get to the finals. I'm loving the Jazz right now. The Jazz are incredible, but again, I don't know if they can stop the Nets.
It's an aberration, I'm telling you.
It's an aberration? You think Donovan Mitchell and company are just fake news? It's not real?
I don't think they're fake news. I just believe that, I mean, how many times have we seen teams like this? We seen the Nuggets last year. Now they suck, basically. They're not as good as they was in the playoffs.
Jamal Murray is not anything like he was in the bubble.
Nosedive. Nikola Jokic stayed the same, but the other guys on the team, Michael Porter Jr. was a rise, and now he's falling. I mean, I just think Donovan Mitchell and him, just when they go and get stuff, they're going to lose. They're going to lose.
I don't know.
This doesn't mean nothing.
They did lose a 3-1 series, up 3-1 against the Nuggets last season. But that's because Jamal Murray was just on another planet. I don't know where that came from, because as you said, it's come crashing down to earth for Jamal Murray this season. I think he's barely averaging like 20 points a game now, where he was averaging like 30-plus in the bubble last season. It was insane. But I don't know. Another wild card for the Nets is DeAndre Jordan. He doesn't average a lot of points, but in that pick and roll game and a rim protector.
See, I forgot all about DeAndre Jordan.
Right?
They got to protect LeBron. To keep LeBron out the paint.
Of course, they also have like people like Ty Johnson, Jeff Green. So they have good supporting cast on top of having that big 3. Yeah, I'm definitely taking them early now in the finals.
They're not done adding. I'm hearing they're going to add something.
Oh, geez. Could you imagine? What if they got DeMarcus Cousins? Having another interior dude.
That would be...
Replace Dinwiddie?
Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie. Yeah.
Dinwiddie. I mean, he'll have to come off the bench. He can provide a scoring punch, especially since they ain't really got a 6-man. You bring Boogie off the bench, then that adds size. Then who gonna guard him? Marcus All if they were to make it. I mean, and the Clippers really don't have a big that can mess with them. Who's Serge Ibaka maybe, but it's DeMarcus Cousins.
Don't they have Zubac?
Zubac can't check DeMarcus. Nobody can guard DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh yeah, not Cousins. Yeah, it would only be Serge Ibaka that would be able to cover him on the Clippers. Well, of course Kawhi could, but he's not dealing with DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah. He's too small.
Oh no, he could cover the entire. He has the wingspan to cover everywhere.
He can't guard DeMarcus.
He has the wingspan to cover it all. But no, I hear you. I like that idea for the Clippers would have to be there, but I think the Jazz are going to come out. I think it's going to be Jazz Nets, and then the Nets are just going to run them out the gym, maybe in 5-4-1. That's my early prediction.
No shot.
Did I say the Jets? I meant the Nets. I combined the Jazz and the Nets there. That's what the final is going to be, the Jets, Jazz, and the Nets. All right, what are you guys saying? Clippers have no shot to get out of the second round, says Mark Kearns.
Mark Kearns, you're just dead wrong, buddy.
Because right now in the second round, they would play the Lakers. If Lakers get Anthony Davis back, they could upset them. Or, I don't know if that would really be I don't know who would be the favorite. But if the Jazz keep the number 1 seed, and I don't see anybody slowing them down right now, and the Lakers are going the wrong direction, Clippers are waking up a little bit. They're not bad. But I don't know. The Clippers are right now 5 games back. Anything could happen. But let's see. Chris, that snack you made before you went to sleep looked bomb, no cap. The crackers, peanut butter, and banana. Is that what your snack was?
I hated it too.
You hated it?
Yeah, I put too much peanut butter on it.
Oh, no such thing. No such thing. Peanut butter's the best.
I put too much. So when I crunched it too, it was like, that's too much peanut butter. But at least I had some milk to wash it down. So.
It was starting to get stuck on the roof of your mouth?
In my teeth, really.
In your teeth? I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. That's funny. All right. So, enough about the Nets. We have the NBA All-Star, lineups are in. Have you seen these?
I've seen them.
So, for the Eastern Conference, I'll just go over the starters real quick. We got Kevin Durant, Giannis, Bradley Beal, which well-deserved, averaging over 30 points a game. Joel Embiid, potential MVP candidate. Kyrie Irving, rounding out the starting 5 for the East. Western, we have LeBron James, Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, and Kawhi Leonard. I didn't really have any disputes with the starting lineup. Did you think somebody should have been in there?
No, I'm fine with it, actually.
I agree. I think that those are probably the 5 best players in both conferences.
Other than the Luka one, I think Damian Lillard should be in Luka's spot, but
interesting. You know what I also just thought of? I guess I'm probably not the 5 best players, because if I was looking at the 5 best players on the East, I would put James Harden in before Bradley Beal. But Harden doesn't need to score nearly as much because of the team he's on now. But I would put James Harden in before Beal. But not this season. This season, Bradley Beal deserves it.
Yeah, for sure.
We got a few first-time All-Stars. Zion Williamson, after the injury year last year. Of course, he gets in this year. Julius Randle, your guy from the Knicks.
Not mad at that.
Yep. First-time All-Star. Zach LaVine, the dunk contest champion, gets in there for the Bulls. Bulls sitting in the 8th seed right now. They're actually having a somewhat decent season, as well as the Knicks. I think they're sitting in the 7th or 6th seed. Do you know?
We're at the 7th,
7th spot. And another well-deserved candidate, Jaylen Brown, gets it for the Celtics. His first-time All-Star appearance. Well-deserved for those guys. I have a couple of snubs, though, from this All-Star. We can get into, who is on the reserves and everything. But Devin Booker should be in there.
Okay, I was going to agree with you on that one.
Devin Booker, 25 points a game, just over 4 assists, almost 4 rebounds. And you have somebody like Chris Paul, who's on the same team, who's averaging only 16.5, 8.5 assists, and 4 rebounds. 4.5 rebounds. So definitely nowhere near close in points. I don't know. I mean, Chris Paul can't be that great of a defender now at his age, right? Like, I don't know why. Why is Chris Paul in there instead of Devin Booker this year?
That's interesting to me. I think Devin Booker will be in because Anthony Davis can't play, so I think D Book still will be in. I think he'll fill his spot. But I think they gave it to Chris Paul because when you look at what Chris Paul did last year with the Thunder and taking that trash team to the playoffs, but going getting sick around, and now he's basically doing the same thing with the Suns because the Suns was trash last year. I can see why he made it. I'm not mad at that, but Devin Booker definitely should have been in there because the way I look at Chris Paul, it's like you're a leader, you revitalizing teams, but that's a popularity contest. He's just liked. He's more liked. He's more known. And I hate that because the coaches are stupid because the coaches choose the reserves.
The coaches choose the reserves? Yeah, I don't like this at all.
Do. And that's dumb. That's really
Is there
dumb.
any argument like that they have to have like point guards or something? Like I don't know how the they could just pick any amount of guys, right? Or do they have to pick a certain amount of point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, etc.?
2 guards, 3 small forwards, and 2 honorable mentions or something like that. Because the honorable mentions is playing in the game, but that's what they call them, honorees. Yeah, that's what they call them.
Because that's the only one that makes sense to me is that, like, okay, they had to pick a second point guard, and that's why Chris Paul got in, because he would be the backup point guard to Steph Curry right now. Whereas Damian Lillard and Donovan Mitchell, I think both are deserving of all-star spots, of course. Especially Donovan Mitchell right now, his team being the number 1 team in the NBA. So
no, Jeremy Grant did not get snubbed. No, sir. I'm not giving you that one.
Somebody said Jeremy Grant?
Not over the guys that they have in the East. No, sir.
I do have a snub in the East.
And they got the worst
well.
record in the East. He doesn't get in.
I haven't watched much Jeremy Grant. I don't know what his stats are right now, but
he's not trash, but he ain't an all-star neither.
I gotcha. My snub on the East is Trae Young. How is Trae Young not in the NBA All-Star game over a guy like Ben Simmons? I don't care about their record, okay?
No, I can give you that one.
What's that?
I would say I'll put him over Tatum because Tatum hasn't been playing very well this year. It shouldn't be 2 Celtics in there. It should.
I don't know. Tatum is averaging 26 points a game.
Look at their record.
Well, I mean, if we're going by record, then of course he gets it over because Trae Young is on a worse team. At least Celtics are a playoff team.
My point is, 2 Celtics shouldn't be in.
Well, Jason Tatum should be in over Jaylen Brown.
No. That's what I'm saying. People can go off stats. Jaylen Brown is having a better year than Tatum if you're just watching. Jason Tatum has not had a good year thus far. 26 points.
I think he's had a couple of games where it's been rough, but overall, you can't say. I mean, he's literally averaging more points, assists, and rebounds than Jaylen Brown.
Okay, if that's the case, who's averaging that? Okay, you saying he's averaging?
He's averaging more.
Ben Simmons should definitely be in.
Over a 27 and nearly 10 assists? Hold on, you kind of went silent. Say that again. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, sorry, we couldn't hear you for a second. Start over.
No, go ahead. I wouldn't.
No. You were saying something. We just couldn't hear you.
Oh. I said Ben Simmons. If anybody deserves 2 All-Stars, it's the 76ers. Nobody else in the East.
Well, they're number 1 right now, but I don't care about your stats or your situation this year. You're getting carried by Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is just destroying teams.
Shot.
Yes, shot. He's averaging 16 points a game. Trae Young is averaging 27 and 9.5 assists. Nearly 27. He's nearly averaging a double-double. And you're telling me this guy can't get in?
Ben.
Well, the double-double is nearly is not good, and he's farther away. He's only averaging 8.5 assists or something. Let me pull it back up. He's averaging 7.9 assists. He's still 2 assists away.
Yeah.
No shot. What do you guys? I guess they don't want someone on the team in a city with a choking moniker. Talking about Atlanta. What do you guys say over here? Clippers are cursed. Don't forget the curse. 77-78. That's
Trey
funny.
Young. I mean, I'm not mad at it.
I think he should have been in. The dude's a baller.
If you want to put him. What was I gonna say? If you want to put him above Ben, I'm not mad at it. But I mean, I don't see how you can put him above him if his record trash. And if he's not in the playoff race, he shouldn't go in. That's how I feel about it. Once I seen Bradley Beal didn't get in last year, D Rose didn't get in last year, I didn't care. I was like, if you don't got to win a record, then nobody should get in.
Well, the team wins games, right? I don't know. Like, but I guess you're saying in the NBA it's a little different than like other leagues. But I don't know.
Yeah, because they literally kept Bradley Beal out last year because of the wins.
Expert JK said Sabonis should have made it. I saw that he was a snub, but I don't know who I would have put him in over.
I'd have put him in over. I'll put him over Ben because he's definitely way more important to that team than Ben is to his. Because they don't got crap over there in Indiana. Ever since Victor Oladipo left, all they got is Sabonis.
He's averaging 21 and 11.5 with almost 6 assists. I can't argue. I mean, and they're a solid team, right? They're in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, exactly.
With the winning record.
I would have gave Sabonis and over Ben.
I agree with it. I don't think Ben should have been in. He's not even averaging 16 points a game.
I didn't know all that.
He's averaging 15.7, 7.9, and 8.3 rebounds.
I'm thinking he averaging triple-double almost.
Yeah, I just don't like this. But those are my two that I think are real snubs. Sabonis, I don't mind Sabonis in here, but I don't know who I would put him in over per se.
I put him over Ben and Tatum.
Well, I wouldn't put him over Trey Young.
I could, because he's more important to his team.
Sabonis?
Yeah. They're in the playoff race.
Wait, more important than Trey Young?
They're in the playoff race.
Dude, Trey Young is the most important on that team by far in Atlanta. What else do they have in Atlanta? Who's their second best player?
They got players in Atlanta. They got one of them is not even playing right now.
Well, there you go.
It's so bad. What's his name? They gave him like $80 million. I forgot his name.
Exactly. Precisely.
No. They pay him $80+ million. I forgot his name, and that's why they're struggling because he's not there. Bojan Bogdanovic.
Bogdanovic? No, wait, is Bogdanovic in Atlanta?
Yeah, I think that's his name.
No, I think he's in Denver. Bojan's in Denver.
Let me see. No way. Is he? No. He's in Atlanta. It is Bojan Bogdanovic. He's in Atlanta. That's why they have such a bad season, because he's not there.
No, he's on the Jazz. On the Jazz. Bogdanovic right now. But you're saying he left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. But yeah, right now Trey Young is legit.
I'm not saying he's not. I just think Sabonis definitely should have got in. Because
the Collins dude from the Hawks. I like Colin Sexton, to be honest. More than Trey Young?
He has been balling out. But I don't know their record neither. So
no shot. Not more than Trey
Young.
If
you haven't won, I just can't put you in. All because of what y'all did last year. So
Atlanta has someone playing named 28-3. But, all right. So there's my snubs. There's what I have to say about the NBA All-Star Game. The All-Star Game is now limited all to one day. They're trying to figure out how they want to do this. If they're going to do different contests and stuff, we'll definitely report back on that next week on how they plan on doing it. But for now, it is March 7th, and all the players that have been invited to the All-Star Game cannot leave the hotel except to go to the game. They're making the COVID restriction rules where you have to go, you go to the hotel, you can't party anywhere. You have to go to there and go to the game and then go home. So, yeah, they're doing it all in one day. So we'll see how that works out. They were saying it was one article I read, it's a good year to get snubbed because you don't really get to enjoy the All-Star weekend like they normally do. So, all right, that is AD has a replacement. has been replaced by Devin Booker in the All-Star game. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Madison. So Devin Booker's in. Nice.
I told you.
Good deal. Yes, you did mention that. So well done. Well done. I heard they're trying to do the other events the same day. I hope so. I saw a mock draft where they had Washington football team selecting a wide receiver.
Yeah, they're idiots.
Rondell Moore. That's 5'9". Yeah, that would be horrible. We'll get into some Washington talk towards the end. But for now, we're moving on to the NFL. So we're getting closer to the Washington football talk. Mark, I did not see your latest mock draft. As of now, we could go. If it's in the Discord, we could go over that at the end of the show. That could be fun. But Big Ben is returning to the Pittsburgh Steelers. How you feel about it, Chris?
Trash. Steelers are stupid, first and foremost. Because, dude, he's not going to do crap for you this year. He wants to come back to do what? You're not winning the Super Bowl. This is what the Steelers need to do. They need to go find a franchise quarterback. They need to go, I was about to say hire. They need to go draft Kyle Trask.
They already have their franchise quarterback in the making.
No, they don't.
Dwayne Haskins, dude. He's there. The GOAT.
You draft the Kyle Trask. You have him and Dwayne Haskins battle it out. Then in the second round, you draft a Travis Etienne to help pair up with Benny Snell. And then you go from there. Or if Trask falls to the second round, you use that first round for a left tackle because Villanueva may not come back because you have to sign him, but somebody else may sign Villanueva. Marquise Pouncey's gone. So you need to buff that O-line. So you go, what you want to do, you probably go tackle. Then in the second round, go Trask. Then in the third round, maybe trade up to the second round and get a Travis Etienne. And then you back in business for the future. That's what they needed.
This Big Ben hatred is getting a little crazy, okay? He could have had 4,000 yards if he played the last game. He got sat the last game, but he had 33 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. And in that playoff game, even though that horrible start, and he threw too many interceptions, he threw for 501 yards and 4 touchdowns, and almost got them back in the game. If they were able to get that one more score, they would have been within 3 points in that game, even with such a horrible start. And it was horrible. Horrible start. One more time. Horrible. But Big Ben, he can still play. But the big problem with Big Ben right now is he is a cap hit of $41.2 million.
No shot.
No shot. You're right. There's nobody's worth that. Okay? Especially not this year with the cap only being like $185 million. Nobody's worth that. I mean, Russell Wilson is going to be a $32 million cap hit. I'm not sure what Pat Mahomes, but Pat Mahomes I think is going to be even less than that. Like, nobody is worth a $41.2 million cap hit. That has to be restructured. I don't know how, but that's got to become way down. Way down. Like, $15 million down, minimally. I don't know if they can make that happen, but if they want to try to make a run, which they have the defense to make that run. They got some good weapons, of course, with Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool. Juju's gone. They do need to fix the O-line. I agree with that. I would hammer home O-line. If I were them, I would try to get my hands on both a left tackle in the first and Deontay Brown. Try to fix my O-line stat more than anything. Running back, you could figure out the running back situation later. You got receivers already. You got a decent tight end. Well, Eric Ebron is bleh, but they have Vance McDonald still. But anyway.
No, he's retired, so they don't have a tight end.
Oh, Vance McDonald's retired?
Yes, he retired.
I didn't even hear about that. Sorry. Well, then, I don't know. Maybe you have to get a tight end as well. But you could get a 4th-round tight end or something. You could figure that out. But I would hammer home the offensive line. That defense is ready to roll. And if Big Ben became like a $25 million cap hit, they definitely could win a Super Bowl with him this year, with the rest of this team. I made him so mad I made his screen froze.
No. No. There's no way in the world. He can't throw the ball downfield.
Hold on, we're
they only run slant routes. They're offensive.
They're for some reason it's all. Hold on. Let me join right back in. I don't know what happened.
Like I'm good.
Well, you were like your voice and like stuff wasn't matching up. All right, Now you're in. Go ahead.
Okay. He can't throw downfield. The offense is too predictable. They only run slant routes because they have no run game. He can't push the ball down the field at all whatsoever. He's old. He can't move. And in this league, you need
He
to be
never
able to
could move.
No. Big Ben used to be able to extend plays with his legs. That's what he was known
Yeah,
for.
by not going down, but he didn't avoid anybody.
Getting out of the pocket, extending the play. He can't do nothing. He only can throw slant routes. He's not that accurate anymore. And to the game that you was talking about, those was garbage time yards. And
It wasn't, though. They were almost right back in it. If they scored a touchdown, they were within 3.
They had no shot. The Browns was playing soft coverage, and they didn't care at that point because all they was going to do was get the ball back and run it with Chubby and run it with Kareem Hunt.
Well, even on soft coverage, you don't not anybody just throws 501 yards and 4 touchdowns. Okay.
He only threw the ball downfield then because he had the force stuff. He threw 3 picks before that. No, he's old now. Big Ben need to retire. He's not good anymore.
He's fine. He had 38 touchdowns and 10 interceptions on the year.
He throws slants every single play.
Well, then they work.
They don't work. That's the problem.
Well, 33 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. You're gonna tell me it doesn't work all year? 12-4 season.
Skewed.
That's skewed.
That's why I don't look at stats all the time. I look at everything else, then I go to stats. That is skewed. Everybody knows Ben was trash down the stretch. They went like 1-5 to finish off the season.
Yeah, it was definitely a slow going at the end of the year because they couldn't run the ball.
No way. No,
they couldn't run the ball.
And what you're doing is you're only prolonging a situation, and you're not going to rebuild. You're only prolonging your quarterback situation. This is the most quarterback-filled draft that you ever going to get. So you need to do something. Ben is old.
I don't care. You can draft a guy, but Big Ben's going to be your starter next year, but it's got to be for like $25 million.
He is, but...
And you can win a Super Bowl with Big Ben.
No, you can't. I promise you they won't. I promise you they lose in the first round.
Because they have enough. Well, I'm not going to predict that because it could be injuries and stuff. But if they go in the playoffs fully healthy, they're not losing first round. No shot.
How much bet you?
I don't bet. I can't bet. The
I
NFL proves me wrong every time I make a bet. Every time I make a bet, it's like poison. Every single time.
First off, who's to say they even make it to the playoff with the emerging teams in their division? You didn't think about that, did you? Ravens probably gonna get some receivers. They probably gonna fix their offense stuff. Still got the Browns they emerging. Mm-hmm. Still got the Bengals emerging whenever Joe Burrow get back, and they only gonna get better. So they really looking like they might be the 3rd seed next year. Because I think the Browns may win the division. I think the Ravens come in 2nd. I think the Steelers come in 3rd. So it's no guarantee that they're going to be able to get in or even win a division.
If they have Big Ben and they re-sign Bud Dupree with the restructured contract, they'll be right back in the playoffs because they have a top 3 defense with T.J. Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Bud Dupree, Devin Bush. I mean, this defense is one of the best in the league. Huh?
They better than the Browns?
Defensively. Offensively, no.
Defensively, they're gonna get a lot better.
You're assuming if they draft well.
I know. They have Dale Pitt coming back.
Mm-hmm. Greedy Williams.
Beast. You get Greedy Williams when you got Denzel Ward. Mm-hmm. And then you still got Myles Garrett. They just need some linebackers now and another edge rusher, then they'll be fine. They'll be set and ready to go.
Oh, I think the Browns will be good next year.
Offense, I don't even think it's close. The Browns' offense is...
Well, they have a way better run game, and then they have a fine quarterback that's much younger in Baker Mayfield.
And they got receivers that can catch.
Deontay Johnson does have a problem catching the ball.
He needs to learn how to run routes, and he also needs to learn how to catch. And we all know the whole story with Eric Ebron, one of the biggest busters in NFL history. So they
our Martin Mayhew drafted him. Yikes. What are you guys saying over here? All right, let's see. Steelers need to move on from Ben. Even Ryan Clark said the same thing. Screw Ryan Clark. Nah, their real franchise QB is Mason Rudolph plus the helmet proof. Oh no. Steelers are going 3-13 or 3-14 next season, says Mark Kearns. It depends if they decide to go 17 games or not. Did you hear Devontae Smith said Mac Jones is better QB than Tua? I did. That's ridiculous.
The Mac man.
Yeah, the Big Mac.
He said he's better. Oh yeah, then he's not going third now.
Third round.
He's not going third now. Third overall. It's gonna be Jamar Chase. I take it back. He's definitely not going third.
Yeah, he ain't
overall.
going Miami. No, not happening. That was literal garbage time. Those were backup safeties. Bleh. I don't want to hear it. Ben can barely throw the ball downfield now. He's coming off injury. He'll be fine. Devin Brooks deserves to be All-Star weekend. I don't know if you're going to agree with me with that, but that's my thinking. I totally agree. That's what I was saying earlier. Totally agree, Madison. 1-4 to finish the season. I understand that. And then 1-5 when they lost to the Browns. Mark Hearn says, no shot, Tim. Expert JK, the Browns, is a Browns fan, so makes sense. No, that's a fine case of Detroitism for Eric Ebron. That's so bad that they got Eric Ebron there. But no, I believe in the Pittsburgh Steelers. If they fix that O-line, they get that O-line situated, they'll be right back there in defense. Big Ben is fine. He can play. He can still play. Okay. He can't throw the ball, but he threw for 501 yards. Okay.
We're going to see.
Yeah, we're going to see. When they start again, another 11-0 season, come talk to me.
And when what they gonna do? Lose to us again, and then go downhill and go 1-4?
Probably, most likely. All right, enough about Big Ben because none of you agree with me, but that's all right. What's new? Mark said this in the Discord. I did look it up, and according to Mike Rosenstein, don't know how you say his name, but one of the two, Watson has kind of narrowed his teams to 3 teams that he is willing to accept a trade for: Miami Dolphins, Carolina Panthers, New York Jets. I ask you, which makes the most sense? Do you like those 3 options, or do you think other options should be on the table?
I say no for Dolphins. For Jets, I say yes. For Panthers, I also say no. So I say I say yeah to the Jets. The Jets makes the most sense to me. One, if I'm the Panthers, if I'm trading away Christian McCaffrey and 3 first-round draft picks, I mean, okay, fine, but he's going to be a cap hit. I mean, I have some receiver. I'm not going to go nowhere in the next 3 to 4 years. If I go to the Jets, we're going to trade the second. I got endless cap space. They might still not go nowhere for 3 to 4 years. But the Jets make a whole lot more sense for Dashaun because they got a boatload of cap space. So they can build quick. And I don't know. Let's say they just give up 3 first rounders and they keep the rest of their picks. Oh, then they might be cooking with something. Because if you use all your money on the offense, okay, fine. Now let's go get a defense. So I think the Jets just makes the most sense.
Do you think anybody else should be on the list?
He only named 3, so that's it.
No, I'm saying, do you think somebody for Dashaun? Do you think Dashaun should make like a decision to go other places?
He should, but his thing is, like he said, he don't want to go anywhere where they have to gut the team for him. And the teams he named, what do you really have to gut?
What do you have to gut?
They don't have crap anyway. Can't gut them. The Dolphins have defensive players, but you can't really give up that. I don't know why he had the Dolphins on his list. I think the Dolphins would be insane to even consider this deal. Me personally.
Yeah, and well, my obvious thing is that he loves Brian Flores. I mean, who doesn't at this point? Brian Flores would be an awesome guy to coach. And that's another reason why I think he picks the Jets is not only because of the cap situation and the potential there, but it's also the Robert Saleh. I think he loves Robert Saleh, which, again, why not? And I think he likes Matt Rule down in Carolina. And Carolina is building something down there. They have an interesting young defense with Brian Burns. What's the safety? I forget. Jeremy Chin. They have that. What's the corner? Dante Johnson or whatever. Something Johnson. Is it Dante Johnson or Dante Jackson? I think it's Dante Jackson. Anyway, like they have a nice young, interesting team, and freaking DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. Those are some heck of great weapons.
What the heck are you going to do with Teddy? Ain't nobody taking $24 million for Teddy.
Well, I'm talking more for Deshaun Watson's
but I'm
side
saying,
of it.
If him looking, he needs to be realistic. Right. How the heck are they gonna get rid of Teddy?
Right.
What you gonna do? Cut him and take another cap hit?
Expert JK mentioned another great team though, and I like this team as well. What's up?
The Broncos.
Yeah, the Broncos could be really fun for him. Cortland Sutton coming back from injury.
Jerry
Judy. Noah Fant, exactly.
Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon, yep. Patrick Lindsay. Oh, sorry, not Patrick. Philip Lindsay is a free agent this year, so he won't be back. But they need to fix their O-line. He's going from one O-line that's terrible to another, though, in Denver. They have to figure out the O-line situation if he does go there.
He's not going to any contenders. So, I mean...
I don't know. I feel like the Panthers actually could all of a sudden blow up if they got a Deshaun Watson.
They won't.
And another good year of drafting. Matt Rule with another season of coaching that's not COVID-ridden. I think the Panthers actually could be an interesting team if they were to get their hands on a Deshaun Watson.
The Bears, heck no.
Duh, Bears. I think you should have kept Bears on the table. They do have one heck of a defense, though.
If I'm the
but I don't think he likes the coach. I think that's another Bill O'Brien coach over there with Matt Nagy. It's terrible.
If I'm the Saints, I'll try to hold whatever I get.
The Saints?
Cam Jordan, heck yeah. I will hold everything I got to put all the cap problems back on the Texans. That's what I would try to do.
They don't have any cap space either, so unfortunately you can't do that.
I'll try to pull it off. If he wants to go to the Panthers or the Jets, the Dolphins, if I'm the Dolphins, I say no shots. I got all these draft picks. I got a third pick. Possibly, I don't think they should trade back. But I can trade back, add more picks, get my receivers.
Yeah, but what if the only player you have to get rid of is Tua? So you trade 3 firsts and Tua.
Oh.
So you keep the entire team that just went 11-5, and you get 3 firsts and Tua.
If the Texans do that, they lost the deal by a large margin.
Well, it depends on how much they like Tua.
I don't care how much they like Tua. He ain't got crap to throw to there neither. So he gonna have a similar season to what he's having here.
Yeah, but you add 3 first-round picks, including the 3rd overall.
I'm keeping Tua. I would keep Tua. In the situation they're in, I'm keeping Tua, and I would say no to Deshaun Watson if I'm the head coach. Because I got a 3rd pick. I got 2 picks in the 1st round. I can fix my offense like that. And then all in the later rounds, I can continue to fix my offense and defense and have a Super Bowl caliber team. I could. And be the number 1 seed in my division. They could. You add Deshaun. If I'm the Texans, I need Gesicki, I need Howard, I need Tua, and 3 firsts, and we can have a conversation. Because 2 and 3 firsts is nowhere near enough.
Of course it is, because if you have your quarterback of the future on a rookie deal.
Tim, do you think he's going to stay there with how dysfunctional they are?
Well, then obviously Tua is going to have to be interested in that as well. Well, not necessarily.
You got to protect them. Tua has injury history. Who would do that? That would be a disaster.
Well, you got 3 first-round picks. You could go get Sewell with your 3rd pick. You get a left tackle in Sewell. You already have the dude from Miami that you got before, Laramie Tunsil. So there you go. Now I got 2 top-notch tackles.
Okay, where's the weapons?
Where's the weapons? I still got Brandon Cooks. I have to re-sign Will Fuller.
A dude that's suspended for 6 games next year, and you talk about a dude that got smacked by Michael Jenkins, ain't never been the same since. Who else you got?
I don't know who's the next receiver. Oh, Kiki Cootie? I like Kiki.
You giving to it absolutely nothing to work with. If I'm the Dolphins, I just stand pat with what I have.
But now I fix my cap situation. I don't have to pay Deshaun Watson $40 million anymore. I have my quarterback of the future under 4 more years because of the 5th-year option. I get 3 first-rounders. Now I'm back in the 1st round. And then I figure out from there.
I'm not doing that.
Because I'm not going anywhere next year without Deshaun anyway. But in 3 years from now, I could be a team.
I just can't do that.
I'm not going to be a team because David Culley was just ridiculous, but that was a bad hire. But anyway, what are you guys saying?
Dolphins would be insane. 49ers will have to give up Nick Bosa, and that'll be stupid. I'm not giving up Nick Bosa for Deshaun Watson.
Well, you're not getting rid of Nick Bosa anyway, but let's see. Who else could they get rid of?
Nobody. George Kittle? That's who I asked for. Give me Nick Bosa and George Kittle with 3 first. We can have a conversation.
Tua might as well sign with an XFL team knowing Texans are in a hole.
Like, why would he want to be there?
With now they have the 3rd overall pick, 3 first rounders. They're going to draft Penei Sewell. They got 2 tackles for me. They can protect me.
Tua could say, I'm not going there.
They have David Johnson out of the backfield. Duke Johnson as well.
Please. Don't even mention David Johnson. Man.
David Johnson's is fine. He's good.
No, he's not. He had a horrible year last year. He's not fine.
Because freaking Texans had no O-line to run behind.
David Johnson stays injured. We all know that.
I think David Johnson actually stayed relatively healthy this year.
Yeah.
For the first time in a while.
No shot.
Jimmy G is not being traded. There's no shot. Nobody wants that mess. Nobody wants that mess, especially for that cap hit. I think he's a $26 million cap hit. No shot. Give me Teddy Bridgewater before Jimmy G.
I think the Jets makes more sense. If I'm the Jets, I'd do it.
Even John said Jets, me at the
even
zoo.
If I'm the Jets, I would draft Zach Wilson or Justin Fields. I just wouldn't do it.
You would keep Sam?
Oh, no, Sam's going, and I'm getting me some draft capital and adding on to that. And I'm drafting Justin Fields with the number 2 pick if I'm in that organization.
Oh, I thought you said don't draft a quarterback.
Who?
Jets.
No, I said Dolph. No. Jets will draft the quarterback. And we're going to trade Sam Darnold for probably like a 3rd or something like that. Maybe 3rd and 4th. And then I'm cooking with grease.
I want to
quarterback on a rookie deal. Going to be a star. Put all this around him, and he going to develop just well. Got a new head coach, rejuvenated. Yeah. At least I ain't got to have no $40 million cap here. $40 million cap, $40 million. I ain't got to worry about that. I ain't got to.
Yeah, no, I like the Jets standing pat. I would like to see them take that Penei Sewell and stick with Sam Darnold, honestly, but that's not what they're going to do. They're going to draft a quarterback. I'd rather trade Tua for Sam Darnold.
I'm telling y'all, Tua's going to be a monster. He just haven't had weapons.
That would be an in-division trade. They're not going to make that trade, but that would be I don't know. That'd be a little weird. But nah, I don't think that would never work. The Patriots get Jimmy G. I know Chris has mentioned that before, but
I would trade for Tua.
Washington?
I would trade for Tua.
As a Washington fan?
Yeah, I would. I would do it.
Man.
I would do it. I wouldn't give you no first rounder for him. You're on drugs. I'll give you a 3rd and maybe a settle, and then live with that.
You ain't getting that out of them. That's ridiculous.
But if you could trade a 3rd and settle, would you do it?
Of course.
Oh, that would be my deal. Give me a 3rd and settle.
But that's never happening if I'm Miami.
I mean, they could draft a quarterback with the 3rd pick. If they made that deal and be like, screw it, just our QB. I would love to do that. Settle
that's interesting.
They need help on the D-line anyway.
That's interesting. I don't know. What do you say? But it's the Texans. Watch them trade Watson to Detroit because Jack Esterby. And what? They get Jared Goff?
Who get Jared Goff?
Houston. Because if Watson goes to Detroit, where's Jared Goff going?
Jared Goff just needs to be cut and be restructured.
That's not happening. His cap hit, dead cap money would be ridiculous.
Probably.
But, all right, so that was the Watson deal. We're going to hop into now some Redskins news, right? Some Washington football team stuff. And I made a video on it. Chris made a video on it. We're getting a new name coming in 2022. We're both hoping for the Red Wolves. I didn't really have a lot to go into it as far as in depth, but did you want to say anything about the new name?
Only thing I would say is, why wait so long? Why wait a whole year? I mean, give the fans, give the organization something happy to like. Give us a sneak. Like, just why wait a whole year?
I'm guessing they're still going through a process then, because I agree. Like, if you already have it, why not? The other thing, or at least announce it, even if you don't change it, at least announce it because it could be fun. And then you start getting getting the merchandise ready for sale at the end of the year. But
whatever you have, you're gonna have to have. If you're gonna wait, if you're waiting a year, you're gonna have to have something that's marketable. Because in my video, something that has to be marketable. I'm not just about to buy no stupid stuff that I don't even like. If if it's the Red Wolves, the merchandise will go crazy, especially a Red Wolves jersey, especially the concept with Terry. Can you imagine a Terry concept Red Wolves jersey? That'd be crazy.
Oh, I'm all in for Red Wolves. I can't wait. I hope it is. I hope it is. We got to get my video trending. We got to share it around. Share it on your Twitters. Share it everywhere. Try to get it wherever you got Instagrams or whatever you got. I don't know how you work.
Red tails. I don't want the Hawks because people are gonna be like, "Oh, they're calling out players pigs." I just don't. I just don't need it. I just don't need it.
Yep. Let's see. Watson wouldn't go to the Lions. Agreed. Madison, if you're going to start doing premieres, then you're going to have to go back and read the comments afterwards. I was watching it live with you guys. I was reading your comments. I probably should have commented in there as well, but I was like a minute behind because I didn't. I should have fast forwarded. I knew what the video was, but at the same time, I was curious to rewatch it at the same time. So, but yes, I was there reading your comments, so don't worry. Washington Generals or Red Wolves, but yeah, Generals is no good because I want an R. Also, the Washington Generals get killed by the Globetrotters all the time, so we don't want to join a losing mantra either.
Has to never come out of irrelevance.
The Texans are an irrelevant franchise to never come out of irrelevance. They were just a 10-6 team 2 years ago and had the Super Bowl champions down 24-0 or something like that, 24-7 or something crazy like that. They were right there on the cusp, but they just need a freaking better coach, and I don't think they got a better coach. But, all right, so that's the Red Wolves. Alex Smith interview. A lot of hoopla about the Alex Smith interview, and it's a big controversy, apparently, with some of these fans. I made a video on it, and I'm getting comments talking about, like, negative things about Alex. So I know you were one of them, Chris. So what's up? What's your problem with Alex right now?
Alex is a crybaby. My thing is this. Nobody's saying he didn't have immaculate recovery. Congratulations. You're recovering. I'm happy for you. But you got paid $40+ million. You coming in here crying that the coaching staff don't want you. I messed up their plans, this, that, and the third. First of all, it's a new coaching staff. They don't want you. And if something where they put you out there and something were to happen to you, look how they look. And me and Alex shoes, first off, like I said to you, you giving me $40+ million, I didn't do crap, I'm going to shut up. And I'm not going to have nothing but good things to say about you. If it wasn't for me putting you in a game, you wouldn't be the comeback player of the year. Nobody would even talk about you. So you should shut up and thank me. And this going into next season, it's no way, I don't care what Ron says. You can't say those kind of comments. I didn't expect him to be back here again. Would I want him back? If we can't find no quarterbacks, I would not care if Alex stayed. But when she made comments like that, they don't want me, and well, okay, we don't want you. That's a gateway for me to cut you. You just made it easy for me to cut you because you just say we don't want you anyway. So now we don't look bad. So if I'm us, it's a gateway. We can cut him now. We weren't gonna cut him before, but since he said we didn't want him, bye.
That whole thing was blasphemous. Taking a page out of Stephen A's book. Okay, first off, all right, they didn't just pay him $40 million out of the kindness of their heart. They had to. They were legally obligated to pay him $40 million. Secondly, they couldn't cut him. If they could have cut him, they would have. Only reason he was on the team was because they weren't allowed to cut him without being a huge cap hit. Okay, so they didn't keep him on the team out of the kindness of the heart because if you remember week 1, he didn't even suit up. All right, if it wasn't for Dwayne Haskins' horrible start and that I think something happened behind the scenes that made him all of a sudden benched, like he said something he shouldn't have been, he had a smart mouth or something, and Alex Smith had to be promoted then to the backup role. If it wasn't for that, and then a Kyle Allen injury, he never would have seen the field if it was up to the coaching staff. So, no, I don't thank the coaching staff for playing me because you didn't want to play me. You had to play me. That's the only reason why you played me. Okay? Then, on top of that, what is the other thing you said? You said something about the comments he said. He said the comments knowing it was last summer that they didn't want him. He's not talking about today they don't want him. They were talking about last summer where nobody wanted them. Okay? And I think he understood it because he goes, I know it's a new regime. I was an injured commodity. I was from the last, I was coming from the last thing, but I didn't care about that. I just wanted to play. I came this far, and I'm going to play. But so he only mentioned it because they asked him in the interview, how did they respond to your comeback? And they responded by not wanting him.
You didn't tell him nothing.
What's that?
You didn't have to tell him nothing.
It was just one more piece. No, but also I believe that he would make it makes sense that the coaching staff didn't want him. Nobody wanted him. As I said in my video, anybody with a brain said he was never coming back, and that we were dead wrong. But there was no way.
The way it sounds right now, especially the way you look in the article, is that we screwed him over. That's the way it sounds, and that's the way it sounds to me. We use words like that. That's the way it sounds. And you say it's not like they did. My point is, you didn't do crap for us, and you guys still got $40 million. In your opinion, he's not crying about it. He just responds. But the way I'm looking at it, you are crying about it, but you should shut up because you got $40 million. You didn't do crap for us. So why are you crying? And you played last year. So why are you crying? That's the way I'm looking at it.
I hear you, and that's the problem with the written word is because you don't know how he said it, right?
Exactly.
I've heard a lot.
Go ahead. The way you interpret it and the way the title is and the way the title has it, how else as a Skins fan supposed to think?
What I just said. But no, I understand the written word is not good. I wish there was a videotaped interview. I mean, you're in 2021 and we're doing interviews and then writing it down. That's ridiculous. You have YouTube. Put it on YouTube after a video interview. I don't know why this is that hard. Me and you can put things on YouTube. Why is it so hard for them to put things on YouTube? That's crazy. But anyway, I just think that this dude is just it's another notch in how incredible this comeback was. Is that not only did he have to go through everything, but then he came to a coaching staff, which is not hard feelings. It makes complete sense of that you didn't want me. I was on my deathbed, a year and a half ago. I was literally told I wasn't going to walk again. Literally, I told I couldn't run again. Then I was told I couldn't play football again. Then I'm told this and I'm told this and told that. And now I'm here. And you don't think I can do it. Nobody thinks I can do it. But I believe that I can do it. So I'm here. I'm going to freaking finish this out. And as he said in the interview, he goes, it's like when you run a marathon and you're getting to the last mile, and then they tell you you're not allowed to finish. And he literally said, F that. I'm finishing this. I don't care what anybody says. I've been through too much, and I'm getting there. I think it's the opposite of crying. I think this dude is a freaking legend, a monster, a phenom, and this dude cannot be let out of the building. I love this dude. This guy's passion and want.
Out of the building.
Huh?
So $25 million is different. Not my building.
What are you guys saying over here? Alex Smith, to be honest, is just old and average.
Yeah.
5-1.
But like I said,
ESPN is doing this to give themselves something to talk about on TV.
but not for that number.
I mean, if we could make it less, that'd be nice. But at the same time, a $24 million quarterback is not expensive. At the same
time, about to have a quarterback competition, that is expensive.
I don't think it's going to be a competition. If he's healthy, it's over.
It's going to be a competition. One way or
Taylor
another.
Heineke is the backup, in my opinion.
He's going to win it, and I'm going to be right.
Lante says Alex proved his haters wrong. I completely agree. Completely agree, Lante. All right, so we got one more topic. We are about 5 minutes away from the 9 o'clock hour. Thank you guys for watching until now. The Raiders cut Tyrell Williams, the wide receiver, from their team. Should the Skins go after this guy, potentially on the cheap, coming off injury? What do you say?
No. He's 29 years old. He's not going to do crap for us. We already got one receiver coming off injury. Matter of fact, let's take that back. We got 2 receivers coming off injury. Antonio Gandy Good. Matter of fact, take that back. We got 3 receivers coming out of Emmanuel Hall. No. He's cut for a reason. He's 29. He's old as crap. I'm not signing no old guy. You sign a Corey Davis, a Curtis Samuel, cool. You get a tight end. You go to the draft. You draft the receiver. Now, me personally, if Kelvin Harmon can come back to what he was before he left, he's the number 2 to me because he's that talented. I think he could be a number 1, but he could be a number 2, and you can just have Curtis Samuel there, and then you just get like a Hunter Henry. That's something that I would do. That way I got a solidified slot. But Kelvin Harmon is a beast. But I don't know how he's going to look off that ACL, especially Bryce Love. He was healthy, but he had swelling. Is Kelvin Harmon going to be the same way? So I don't know. I say we need to really see what we have. We get one receiver and then see what Kelvin Harmon can do in OTAs and this draft one just in case. That's what I say.
I'm on board with
maybe they might
one
want
for
to see
sure.
what's in Emmanuel Hall. I mean, I don't know. And maybe Antonio Gannon. I just don't know what they're going to do there.
Right. I say yes. I would like to get Tyrell Williams because he is coming off injury, and we may be able to get him on cheap. And I think at this point, Curtis Samuel is going to be way too expensive. I think Corey Davis at this point is going to be way too expensive. And I think both of those guys are okay weapons. I think Curtis Samuel is a great Army knife. I think that Corey Davis is a solid receiver, but I don't like their cap numbers. Tyrell Williams was cut because of his cap number.
How much you think they're going to be?
I think Corey's probably going to be around 14, maybe-ish. And then Curtis Samuel is probably going to be around 11, 12.
Okay, that's good.
I don't think so. For a switch knife guy, he's not even really a true receiver.
He is going to be in the slot. You can use him.
I'm not paying $11, $12 million for a slot receiver.
He can do a lot of different things. Did you not see the trick plays that we had last year? That's what he'll be used for.
I would like him at like $7 million. I'd pay him $7 million. And that's what I think we could get Tyrell Williams, who Tyrell Williams is a 6'4 receiver running a 4.4 40. And before his injury in the Raiders in 2019, he was a baller. He was a touchdown machine. I had him on my fantasy team. He was getting like 15, 20 points on average, this dude, in like the first 9 weeks before he got hurt. Like, the dude can straight up ball. And he could be a fantastic number 2 receiver next to Terry McLaurin.
Oh, heck no.
Oh,
no.
heck yes. Oh,
no way.
Heck yes. Okay.
He's 29.
29, that's fine. He can sign him to a 2-year deal. He'll be fine to 31.
Injured.
That is the one concern. That's why I think you can get him on the cheap.
He's not even better than what you have on your roster, so why sign him?
Healthy, he's better than everybody but Terry.
I disagree. I don't think he's better than Kelvin Harmon.
I hope not. But at this point, yes, there's no doubt about it. But Kelvin Harmon, maybe. But Kelvin Harmon's a lot slower than he is, and he's not as tall.
He's a better route runner. He has better hands, and he gets open. And
Kelvin Harmon does have some nasty hands, but freaking Tyrell Williams can get open and catch the ball as well. But I would probably give the nod to Kelvin Harmon on hands. That one-handed catch was nasty his rookie year.
I'm not taking a shot on that guy that old. No. And 29 is old, Mark Kearns. I'm like, no, heck no. And he just coming off an injury. No. That's too many risks that we don't need to take.
Would you take Emmanuel Sanders?
Heck no.
Okay, good.
We played trash last year with the Saints. Emmanuel Sanders is done.
Are we supposed to be starting Bryce Love this season coming up, or are we just going to cut him? He's not starting. Antonio Gibson's here. Bryce Love could be a potential third down back, but he's definitely not starting.
Nah, JD back there. We got our running back position is fine.
Yeah, that's right. JD's freaking back too. I love JD. Yeah, Bryce Love might be gone. Yeah, he really might be gone. I don't know. I would rather just. I would be fine going in. What's up?
See, if they keep him, I wouldn't be mad if we can use him like a Chris Thompson. I wouldn't be mad at that.
A Bryce Love?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, right now, J.D. McKissick's already our.
Yeah, but I'm saying we still use Peyton Barber sometimes. And sometimes when he got in, especially in the Dallas game, he was running people over. Bryce Love, get him out in the open, split him out wide here and there.
Yeah,
Not
he could
mad at
be an
that.
interesting spell guy. I don't know. Like, I loved Bryce Love coming out. I loved that 4th-round pick, but he just cannot get healthy. It's his big problem. It's a huge problem. I would love to see Bryce Love emerge as somebody special, but I just don't see it, to be very honest.
It's Antonio's job.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah, it's crazy to think that he's going to be the starter. It's not even close. But that is this show. That's a wrap. That's what I had written down, and it was lasted right at the hour. We did good, Chris, to have an hour of content. We started on time today. We did good.
Yes, sir.
Look at us. But Tim, you still planning on looking into my mock draft? Sure, we'll pull that up real quick. You got time, Chris?
Oh, please, let's pull this. This mock draft is horrible. I'm sorry, Mark.
All right, I'm gonna mess up your screen here.
That's cool.
Should I just switch? You know what? I'm just gonna switch to the my streaming situation. I don't have my green screen behind me, but oh well, that'll work. But yeah, so we just won't see Chris's face anymore, but we can still hear him. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into Tim's Sports Talk General. All right, here's the mock draft. So Chris says it's horrible. Let's take a look. All right, we got it here. Let's take a look. The Bengals trade up to 2. But how do the Jets get to 3? We have a 3-team trade? What? There's also a way that we're reach in round 1. Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. But what? This trade is mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, moving up for Penei Sewell to 2.
And Trey Lance drafted over Justin Fields? Felipe Franks to the Eagles. Oh, okay, so we're joking now.
Oh, man.
Felipe Franks to the Eagles? Justin Fields falls all the way to 18? And you're telling me we let Justin Fields go at 18 and not make a blocker trade over the Saints?
No shot.
This is outrageous. Javonte Williams, round 1?
What? He's like a 3rd-round projection.
Why is this the first time I'm ever seeing Trayvon Moehrig Woodard, that he has a hyphenated last name? I've never seen his hyphenated last name. Is this not Trayvon Moehrig that we know? Is this somebody else? No, I'm just kidding.
Terrence Marshall. It's no shot they drafted receiver. They need defense. Nick Bolton. No shot. The Buccaneers take another linebacker? No way.
2 different trades? You're telling me it's 2 different trades for Penei Sewell and what? This is the and then freaking Patriots trade up to 7 to get Mac Jones?
They think Mac Jones not going to fall out the top 10. He's clearly going to be top 20, 25.
No, my goodness. Felipe Franks to the Eagles. Kyle Pitts trade up to 6 to... New York trades up to 6 to get Kyle Pitts.
I don't know why people keep thinking they're going to draft him.
And also, this is an in-division trade. You're telling me the Giants and the Eagles are going to trade in the draft? That's not happening. This would be hilarious. If Felipe Franks... Dude, that would be hilarious.
I would be so happy because he's going to be so trash.
Dude, I think he's the GOAT. I'd be scared. It's like, no.
And first, a waste of a 1st-round pick.
If I've ever seen one. I mean, good grief. But yeah, this one is outrageous.
I'm not mad at the bottom, other than Nick Bolton. I think that's horrible.
I don't know. I
Unless
mean,
you're saying they're going to just since Levante David leaving, they add Nick Bolton to pair it with what's the name? That makes sense.
somebody actually left you a comment. Why is Felipe Franks in the first round, much less picked higher than Justin Fields?
That is true.
Who is this? How did they find your mock draft? I didn't even know you could leave a comment on these things.
Some people.
That is incredible. I think that's very funny. Who is this guy? Is this that Pine Sewell? I don't even know.
No, that's definitely not Pine Sewell.
I don't even know what these guys look like as far as their face. Like, if you put them in a lineup, I have no clue. I know what Justin Fields looks like. I know what Trevor Lawrence looks like. I probably know Mac Jones. I know Zach Wilson's face. I know Jalen Waddle. A lot of these guys right now, I couldn't tell you. If you put them right in front of me, a picture of in front of me, I wouldn't know who they are. The Chiefs need to replace Sammy Watkins. Bro. I mean, this right here is the least of your worries. You're commenting back on Terrence Marshall? You have Felipe Franks in the top 12 or top 11. And we're worried about what receiver went to the Chiefs?
It's hilarious. It's no shot they go receiver. That makes no sense. No shot. They did.
Also, you have the Dolphins going back-to-back receivers?
Who?
They're going Devontae Smith and Kadarius Toney?
Oh, man. If you ever was a Daniel Jeremiah, they would kill you so bad. You the Mel Kiper of mock
This
draft.
is your worst one, other than I think you made one that was kind of joking or something. Like the Cowboys took somebody like you had him pick what's his name, Ian Brooks or something. I don't know. Ian Book or whatever. You had
Ian Book.
You had him taking somebody weird. Like, other than that, this is your worst one by miles. Some of yours have been okay. This one's embarrassingly bad. I thought the Dolphins were going to pick Najee and Smith. I don't know. I mean,
they're definitely going to get Najee, but they're Devontae.
Oh, yeah. See, this, my internet just went out because this is so bad.
Najee is definitely a no-go. I mean, what's his name is definitely a no-go now after his comments.
I appreciate you, Mark Kearns. That was funny. Thank you for the laugh. It was good.
When draft day comes, teams make moves that, well, not that kind of head scratcher. Those kind of head scratchers.
There is literally no reason why Felipe Franks would go over Justin Fields. Like 0.0.
Not even over Kellen Mond, Ian Book. No way.
That was an error on my part. What was the error?
Nah, there wasn't no error. Because you got to go find Felipe. You actually got to scroll all the way down to find him. That ain't no error. You did that trying to find him. There ain't no way. That's not the error. You took your time. He took his time. So find Felipe.
I just got lightheaded. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh my. Oh, that is gold. He said that ain't no error. You took your time. Oh, I just lost. Oh, Mark, thank you for being you. I really appreciate it. I do enjoy your mock drafts because you do go outside of the box. I think you're crazy sometimes, but I do enjoy your mock drafts. So keep them up. Keep them up. I don't even know who Felipe Franks is.
equals. He took the time out to find Felipe. He gonna say it was. He said it was. He took the time to find his name, and then he traded down for him. He traded down the Richard Bible.
This is so funny. I know what he was actually talking about, what error, but the Dolphins taking second receiver was the error. But no, it's Mark. It's fine. Just laugh at yourself. It's funny. Oh God, that is so good. I don't even know who Felipe Franks is. Says Lante. Actually, I like Felipe. I really do. He's a poor man's Trevor Lawrence, is what he is. I don't think he's gonna be a first rounder, but I like him as like maybe a fifth or something like that. But I think he's a guy that you can put on your team and actually has some interesting potential for a fifth round quarterback. Like if the Skins took him in the fifth round, I wouldn't be mad about that at all. But oh my God, that was funny.
That was crazy.
That's good. Mark, you're golden. You are. Don't change, Mark. Don't change. But, all right, I think I'm going to get off. Latte says can't wait for this draft. It should be a fun draft. I mean, I'm really interested. And they're talking about, like, there could be a lot of late round steals because a lot of people didn't play last year. So there's a lot of things that like people are dropping that may have been a higher pick if they did play and so on and so forth. So there could be a lot of interesting like mid-round picks that really hit, and then that probably means there could be a lot of flops early on because you aren't picking from as wide of a pool, right? Because you're letting people fall. But anyway, all right. You have any last words over there, Chris?
Nah, I'm straight.
Sounds good. Thank you guys for joining us. It was a fun show. We will be back next week at 8 o'clock on Wednesday for episode number 6. Talk about some NBA All-Star Game prep and whatever other news pops up throughout the week. I am going to get off here, and I may just end up taking the evening off. I don't know. I might come back. The problem is that I would be much more interested in watching that Lakers game if Anthony Davis was there. But right now I think the Jazz are just going to give him the business. So we may try to watch a game tomorrow night and see what's going on from there. But anyway, all right, Chris, thanks for joining me. And until next time.